What's up everyone? Today I'm down at Dave Edwards Toyota and behind me is a 2018 Toyota Tacoma. Huge shout out to them for providing this truck for me today. I'll have a link to their website down in the description below. And the model that we're looking at today is the TRD Off Road. It's finished off in Inferno and has an MSRP just under $38,000. Under the hood is a 3.5 liter V6 with the Atkinson cycle technology. This can be paired to either the standard 6-speed automatic or the optional 6-speed manual. This engine produces 278 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 265 pound-feet of torque at 4,600 RPM. It is rear-wheel drive with the optional 4-wheel drive engagement. Weighs around 4,300 pounds, 0 to 60 can happen in about 7.5 seconds with a top speed of 113 miles an hour. And with a fuel capacity of 21.1 gallons, you can expect the MPG to be 18 in the city and 22 on the highway. The wheelbase measures 140.6 inches. It has an overall length of 212.3 inches. The width is 75.2 and it has a height of 70.6 inches. Starting up front, this truck features a black grille with chrome surrounds. Projector beam halogen headlights and LED daytime running lights come standard. Fog lights are in the lower section of the bumper with color contrasting against the Inferno. There's more black in the middle section of the lower bumper and very clean lines coming down the hood. This truck also runs on Bilstein coilovers in the front. Moving on to the side, this truck features 16 by 7 inch machined alloy wheels with a nice two-tone finish. Body colored side mirrors with integrated turn signals. Disc brakes are up front with drums in the rear. There's blacked out fender flares and more black vinyl between the windows, and very clean lines running along the lower section of the doors. And finishing up in the rear with standard LED taillights, a backup camera, a locking assisted tailgate. Chrome end caps are on each side of the bumper. There's a side exit stainless steel exhaust, and with a Class 4 towing hitch, this has a towing capacity up to 6,500 pounds. This truck also features an approach angle of 35 degrees, a departure angle of 23.9 degrees, and a breakover angle of 25 degrees. And now with the key, we'll go ahead and take a more in-depth view of the interior, and as long as I have the key on me, I'll just place my hand in the door handle. You'll hear it automatically unlock. You can set that to unlock all 4 doors as well. The door panel is finished off in nice fabric on the armrest. Both of the front windows are automatic up and down with your lock and unlock and your side mirror adjustment. Nice chrome release handle. This features a 6-speaker sound system with 2 cup holder storage spaces behind that. Taking a look at the cloth seats, they have a very nice pattern running along the inside, good bolstering support with more stitching. They have a 4-way manual adjustability along with lumbar support. Once inside, we're greeted with a fully wrapped black leather steering wheel with solid leather on the top, perforated leather on each side, more solid leather on the bottom. To the right is the cruise control setting. All of these control the center gauge setup, which we'll get to here in a second. You also have lane keeping assist and a forward sensor button. On the left side, all of these control Bluetooth, your radio volume, and being able to select different stations. To the left of the steering wheel is the dome light and power outlet in the bed, along with automatic headlights. A little bit of a storage cubby above that, 1 air vent, some more nice trim pieces around that. So using the buttons on the right side of the steering wheel, we'll go through a couple different settings that are readily available for you. You can look at your miles per hour along with your distance to empty, your trip and fuel economy, your distance traveled, and things like that. We can go over to compass, your radio, looking at the lane keep assist, cruise control, your tire pressure monitor, and the off-road roll and pitch. More messages, settings, and then some more settings to turn on and off that technology. We'll take another look at the gauge setup with your tach and engine temperature on the left side, speedometer and fuel gauge on the right. There's also the temperature up on the top. And coming to the center is the 7-inch touchscreen display screen. And with the truck on now, we'll go ahead and take a look at these center gauge setup features. We can go to navigation and view that full screen. Go back to all the apps with your phone, your audio, the weather and traffic. We can go to Eco and view your average speed, time elapsed, and the range you have until empty. Go to a setup menu and maintenance as well. Very easy to use. You have the buttons on the outside too if you don't want to push on the center screen. You can change the radio up top or on the scroll dial on the right side. Volume is on the left. On each side there's an air vent with more of this nice trim piece surrounding the entire nav system. Below that is all of the AC controls with your fan speed, temperature, and the mode on the far right. This does have 4-wheel drive, so you can put it between 4 low, 4 high, and 2-wheel, along with the engine start-stop button. Down below is your electronically controlled transmission. You can use that for towing. The rear glass is automatic, along with a USB, wireless charging, and a 12-volt. The wireless charging port is right in the center here for more storage space as well. 2 cup holders in front of the leather wrap shifter. Putting the truck into reverse now, you'll see the backup camera light up. These lines are very accurate when backing up. You have 1 foot, 24 inches, and 36 inches. You can also put the truck down into sport mode and shift using that as well in case you need to use that for towing. To the left of that is the leather wrap parking brake. You have another cup holder and more storage space. Taking a look at the center console, there's definitely a lot of room. We'll move over to the locking glove box. Definitely a lot of storage space. We'll take another look at these seats. And this truck does feature crawl control. All of those settings are up on the top. When using crawl control, you have to be in 4 low to engage it. We can select between mud and sand, loose rock, mogul, rock and dirt, and rock. Then we can also change the speed that we want the truck to go by using that center rotary dial again between low and high. You have your locking differential, being able to turn on and off traction control along with the dome light switches. Now it's time to take a look at the rear seating. The door panel is obviously finished off like the front. A little bit more storage space behind one speaker. And this is a 5-seater truck, so let's go ahead and hop in. Behind the passenger seat, there's a little bit of storage space, 2 cup holders in the center. With the front seat set at my height, 5'10". I am a little cramped, but I do have a good bit of room. I also have a lot of headroom. Here's the view out of the rear. These seats also offer a 60-40 split to them, so on the driver's side, I'll go ahead and pull up the bottom. There's a good compartment space down below, even more storage space on the passenger side. And both backrests do come forward, just pulling on this tab here for even more storage space. So there's definitely a lot of versatility back here. If you remove the headrest and you have the seat folded flat, there's a hard plastic on the back portion to give you even more versatility for any large items that you need to store back here. Moving on to the bed now, there are 2 options for this truck, the 5-foot bed or the 6-foot bed, which you see featured on this truck. We'll go ahead and walk up to the assisted tailgate, so just by pulling on this handle, it'll slowly open up. This is a composite bed. It also offers a 110 power outlet on the right side, a little bit of storage space in front of that, and then a larger compartment on the left side. Definitely a lot of room in this truck with 2 tie downs up front and 2 in each corner in the back, so definitely a lot of versatility to use this as you need. Alright guys, so now it's time to get the TRD Off-Road out on the road. Unfortunately, I won't be taking it off-road today, so this will just stay on the pavement. But if you guys are subscribers, you will know that I own a 2017 TRD Off-Road. So right off the bat, there's not too many differences that I see between the trucks. What I'm really interested in checking out though is the difference between this and the TRD Pro that I just drove. Hopefully you guys saw that video, it went up before this one. I am driving these back to back, so it's really interesting to see. The only differences really between this and the Pro is the suspension. So getting this out on the road, we'll see how this drives compared to the TRD Pro. So the first thing that I want to go over is the visibility. Just like in the Pro, everything is pretty much the same. It's really easy to see out of this truck. There's really no blind spots. The seat pillars are pretty close to you in the back and they're not that bulky. So it's really easy to get a good 360-degree view in this truck. Going back to the suspension now, what I really wanted to check out between this and the Pro, this has the Bilstein setup or coilovers in the front compared to the TRD tuned Fox coilovers in the Pro. So far, I really can't tell a difference. I don't think I'm going to be able to out on the pavement. These trucks really shine off-road to show the articulation and everything like that. But overall, from personal experience, it is a bit of a softer ride, but it's not harsh or anything. It's not like a hard truck suspension. It's nice, it'll float over some of the bumps. Having the cloth seats in this compared to the leather in the Pro, honestly, they were just equally as comfortable to me. The leather seats are heated, which is a big difference. These are not, but they're still comfortable. The bolstering seems to be the same on both seats. So it's a nice comfortable ride and a nice position to be in. You don't feel like you're too high up over the steering wheel. And moving on to all the interior materials, everything is the same as the Pro that I just checked out. So there's really not much of a difference. There's a little bit more technology in the Pro. So there's a couple more buttons down in the center stack here. But everything is laid out nicely. I like having minimal buttons in the center setup. There's nothing too confusing. It's all laid out really well. There's a really nice trim piece that runs along the outside of the navigation system and also on the driver's side air vent. So everything is really laid out well. I like the materials in this truck. It also features all-weather floor mats, so you can easily wash those out after a good day out on the trails, which is nice to have. Again, it's a nice overall comfortable truck to be in as a daily driver. You have a lot of versatility in that bed, especially with the 6-foot bed on this one, and even in the back seats, being able to fold those flat gives you a lot of different options to put anything back there that you need. Along with fitting 5 people in here, you can do it. It's a little tight in the back, but it's nothing uncomfortable. You could definitely go on a nice cruise in the back seat. It also features crawl control again, just like on the Pro, which gives you even more capabilities off-road. Overall, I think this is a really cool truck to be behind the wheel of. Now we'll go ahead and take one last look from the passenger side. Very nice premium feeling interior. Even with the cloth, it's a very nice design to it. Very clean looking center dash. Everything is nicely labeled. Very nice looking interior. One last look from the back seats. And the view out of the rear glass. So that is my walk around review and test drive of the 2018 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off Road. Definitely an awesome truck. It has a lot of technology features and a lot of off-road features to make this a very capable mid-sized truck. If you guys enjoyed that video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button. I will see you guys next video.